All right, if you're an independent musician in India, you know this feeling. You spent countless hours, you poured your soul into creating the perfect track. But then comes the really hard part, right? How do you get it from your studio into the ears of people all over the world? For a long time, that was the biggest hurdle. Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain and demystify that entire process.
So you did it. The track is mixed, mastered, it's absolutely perfect. So now what? Where do you go from here? How do you actually get it heard? This is the big question, and thankfully, the answer has completely changed in the last few years. For the longest time, navigating the music industry felt like you were trying to solve a puzzle in the dark. It was this world full of gatekeepers, crazy complex contracts, and a system that, honestly, often seemed designed to work against the artist. Let's just break down how massive this shift really is. The old way? Oh man, that meant wading through impossible contracts, maybe even losing ownership of your own music, and watching labels take a huge slice of the pie. And getting paid? You could be waiting for months. The new wave flips all of that on its head. You get direct access, you keep 100% of what you earn, you get paid super fast, and, this is the big one, you keep all the rights to your own work. So that was the problem. What's the solution? Well, now we're moving from the headache to the possibility. A direct, clear path to a global audience. No more gatekeepers, no more barriers. Just a wide-open runway for your music to take off.
And when I say global, I really mean it. Your music can be live on over 150 different stores and streaming platforms all across the world. I mean, think about that. That kind of reach used to be something only artists on major labels could even dream of. Now, it's available to literally everyone.
And we're not talking about some obscure, little-known platforms here. We are talking about getting your music on the biggest names in the business. Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, right next to all the Indian favorites like JioSaavn and Wink. Oh, and your music also becomes available for people to use in their stories and reels on Instagram and Facebook. That is some massive, massive exposure.
So how does this all actually work? It might sound pretty complicated, but the entire process has been streamlined. It's really just a simple, three-step journey to get your music from your studio out to the entire world.
And I mean it. It really is simpler than you'd think. The whole point of this new way of doing things is to make it easy. The goal is to remove all those logistical headaches so you can spend less time being a business manager and more time doing what you love, creating music.
So here's the breakdown. First, you just upload your audio file, your awesome cover art, and a few details about the release. Super simple. Second, the service takes over and blasts your music out to that whole network of over 150 platforms. And third, the best part, you get paid. Every single royalty your music earns comes flowing right back to you.
All right, let's talk about the money. Because let's be real, this is where the revolution is for independent artists. It's not just about getting your music heard, it's about actually being able to build a real, sustainable career from your art.
100%. This is the most important number on the screen. Let that sink in. It means no commission cuts, no hidden fees, nothing. Every single rupee that your music earns from streams and sales comes directly to you. That, my friends, is a complete game changer.
And, it's not just about how much you get paid, it's about how fast. With the old system, you could be waiting for months, sometimes longer, to see any of your money. Now, we're talking payouts happening within 24 hours of you hitting that minimum withdrawal amount. It's your money. Why shouldn't you get it fast?
So, what's the catch? What's the barrier to entry? You're probably thinking this costs a fortune, right? Nope. The entry fee is incredibly low. For a price starting at just 299 rupees a year, you can upload unlimited tracks and albums. No restrictions. You could literally release a new single every single week if you wanted to, without paying a single rupee extra.
But listen, it's about so much more than just putting your songs on Spotify. The best services out there provide you with an entire toolkit, everything you need to succeed as a modern independent artist.
So what's actually in this toolkit? Well, for starters, you get free UPC and ISRC codes. Those are the unique digital barcodes that are absolutely essential for tracking your music globally. You can release everything under your own custom label name, so you can build your own brand. You get a detailed analytics dashboard to see exactly who's listening and where. You get to protect your music with something called YouTube Content ID. And you get support that actually understands the Indian market.
Let's just zoom in on that YouTube Content ID for a second, because this is huge. Think of it like a digital watchdog for your music. It's an automated system that's constantly scanning YouTube for any video that uses your songs. And when it finds a match, whether it's in a vlog, a fan video, whatever, it automatically monetizes that video and pays you the revenue. It protects your work and opens up a brand new income stream at the same time.
And look, this isn't just theory. This is what it looks like in the real world. Here's a quote from an indie pop artist named Arjun Sharma. He says, "Using a modern distributor helped me reach global audiences while keeping 100% of my earnings. Best decision I ever made." I mean, that's exactly the kind of empowerment we're talking about. Real artists seeing real, tangible results.
So what does this all really add up to? Well, by simplifying the entire business side of music, the distribution, the money, the rights management, the focus can finally go back to where it always should have been, on you, the artist, and your music.
So, the tools are here, the path is totally clear. Your next masterpiece is sitting there just waiting. The only question left is, are you ready to share it with the world?